Fromania Bricks. And welcome back to the world's fanciest LEGO recording studio that you're ever going to find if you ever visit Fromania Manor and are walking around on the second floor. Also in this room.
Yes.
And welcome back to the LEGO table where we have an exciting LEGO set to share with you guys today. This is one of the earlier AFOL Design Program sets through BrickLink. Yes. This is LEGO 8 Stud. And today we're going to take a deep dive and explore this LEGO gym with you guys today. It's been a little while since we've sat in front of the camera. I know content has slowed a little bit here at the Fromania Bricks studio. It's just summertime and it's busy and we've got family coming and going and travel and it's been hectic. Yes. But we hope to pick things back up as the summer goes along and get back on more of a regular rhythm.
Yes.
Even today, Caleb, I was having to paint around the house. It did not go well.
No.
We have flat eggshell paint in our house and I touched up all of our walls, little spots throughout, with satin paint.
Yeah. Yep.
Doesn't go well. No. Satin paint on eggshell doesn't go well. That's why I always hire handymen now.
Yes.
But you know, Caleb, I had a problem with the last handyman we ordered.
Really?
I gave him a list of jobs, all of these jobs. He only did number 1, number 3, number 5, number 7, and number 9 on our list.
Seems pretty odd.
Turns out he only does odd jobs around the house.
That was actually so good.
Did you know he did forget his ink pen at our house when he left?
He did?
It writes underwater. It writes a bunch of other words as well. Oh my gosh. Today we're checking out this AFOL Designer Program set hosted by BrickLink. These LEGO sets, when they were released, these actually were pre-LEGO involvement with BrickLink, when BrickLink was its own little company, its own little thing, and they had fan designer sets that were released back then.
I didn't know that.
If you look at the top of the box, see, AFOL Designer Program hosted by BrickLink. Really, really neat LEGO set. 8 Stud is one of my favorite BrickLink sets that's ever rolled out under the BrickLink program, yet it's also one of the most frustrating, delicate, breakable sets that I've had to deal with as well in a couple of different areas. So we're going to take a deep dive into that set, and let's start with the packaging here. We're going to slide 8 Stud out of the way very, very carefully, and I want you to see this packaging that they came in. It is a plain white box that just has a photo of 8 Stud on it. When you look at the front, only 2,500 of this set were made. And these, they were actually hand numbered. All 2,500 of the sets came with a hand numbered number on it.
Crazy.
They were all Sharpie written. This one is LEGO set number 713. So whoever packaged these up was responsible for numbering them. The set itself is packaged kind of like an inside tour set in that it's a box with a sleeve. On the front, you've got your hand numbering. You've also got this little logo on the upper left corner, celebrating 60 years of the LEGO brick, which is also a special element that came in this set. You've got the BrickLink logo in the upper corner over here. And then it also tells you there's an exclusive LEGO element included. So the box itself is just a plain black box. Now, this camera might not pick up on it, but there's this neat little kind of black on black print of LEGO bricks on the box. You've got the BrickLink logo on the front, and on the back, just a little note. But what's really cool is this sleeve that you get. This sleeve is kind of delicate. It comes off really easy, but when you open it up, it's like, it's a full printed backdrop.
Yeah.
That way, you can take the BrickLink house. Let's slide it back into frame here.
Wow.
And it's like it's sitting in the woods.
That's nuts.
And I'm like the Yeti coming out of the woods back here. So this backdrop that folds out is super neat. It really makes great use of the packaging of the set.
Yeah.
I get very nervous about this, that the packaging is going to tear when I take it off. But just a little sleeve that goes around the box. Now the box itself, that was slick.
Yeah,
it just folds open like a regular box, just plain black inside. Inside of the box, you get a book. The paper on this is so thin. It is like a super thin paper. It makes me really nervous that it's going to get torn. Even sliding around in the box can be a little unsettling. You get an AFOL Designer Program card that shows you all of the different sets that were part of the AFOL Designer Program and released. So you can see the different sets. You've got the Lowenstein Castle, the Antique Fire Engine, which I would love to have, Skyline Express, Wild West Saloon, Isle of Peril, Hot Shot Carnival is super cool.
I love that one.
Imagine Build It. The Lego Story is actually one that's on my my White Whale list. I would love to have that one. You've got Science Tower. Of course, there's 8 studs. Vintage Roadster. Bikes is really neat. And Steampunk Mini Chest.
And then it also comes with this extremely awesome brick that is the Technic 2x4 with 3 axle holes, and it has a special print on it, so that's awesome.
You alright over there?
Yeah, I've got the hiccups, so I'm gonna be
hiccups at video time is really weird.
Yeah.
Caleb is not like convulsing.
I'm not freaking out.
This is the exclusive Lego element. We bought this set pre-owned last year, yet the person that sold it to us still had the exclusive element sealed in the poly bag, so we're gonna leave it that way.
Yeah.
So when you look at the element, you can see that 60 years printed on the side, and this really neat little card that Lego included as well to go with that brick. So that one will definitely stay sealed in the poly bag with this set. And there's also a little gold seal. This says 8 studs, designed by Cleanerom? BrickLink 19006. Caleb! Trying to scare the hiccups out of this boy.
No, but you sure scared me.
Alright, now let's take a look at 8 studs itself. Let's dive in and explore this set a little bit together. Alright, so this is 8 studs. It's actually 2 different builds that are attached together. There is a little brick that attaches the 2 together where they're not free sliding like this, but it's really hard to take off and on. And I normally don't store it side by side. I normally store it stacked.
Yeah.
So I've left them detached. But let's take a look at this. The first little build here, if you can see inside, it's a little Lego build workshop. There's like a pick-a-brick on the 2 walls back there.
Cool.
You've got the stools that they can play on, and the roof actually lifts off. Now, part of the fragile part of this is when you lift the roof off and on, you've just got a freestanding post right here. So that post itself, there's nothing to hold it into place. It can kind of wobble around. But these are really neat top roof plates that are built to look like 4 studs. Thus, 8 studs.
8 studs, it's perfect.
The doors themselves, if we move our little friends here outside, you guys come out here and play in the grass a little bit. If the doors themselves swing open and closed, so you can close it up. Again, it's kind of hard to swing these the way that it all comes together. Let's see. There you've got how it closes up, and then you can snap the roof back on it, but you can see opening it, no problem. Yes. No problem opening it. Closing it gets a little more tricky. You got to kind of angle it in and then pop it in there.
Yeah, there's definitely no privacy, I will say that.
Very little privacy in this house. If you were trying to do something that you don't want people to see, this is not the house to do it in.
No.
When you swing around to the other side, let's swing these doors open for you. This is the living room portion of the house. So when you look inside of the living room, you've got a sofa, a little table, letter, cookies, some bookcases with some art supplies.
Nice.
But that is the interior of the house. You can see even here,
Yeah, I saw that.
one of the elements broke off of the bottom of the door. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful set, but it's very, very fragile.
So fragile.
It does not stick together very well. So you can close the doors back up and into it. Now, when these separate, you've got another piece here that detaches. You can detach the grass from both of these sets.
Okay.
And that is what positions it for you to be able to stack the houses together. When you pick this house up, I'm going to tip it. When you pick this house up, you can see where it's kind of built like a Lego brick that will then lock in. You got to kind of wiggle it. You got to finesse it. There we go.
Nice.
And look at that. So you can actually have a stacked duplex. This little cutout is kind of odd, but that connects into this one, and that's kind of how they join and co-lock together.
Well, I'm wondering, do you think that you could have it where there's double balcony this way? Like...
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that was
so
a
you
lot
can
better.
do double balcony. The only thing I don't like about double balcony is that it blocks all of the light
That's
from hitting the
true,
bottom
yeah.
one. But it is kind of neat, especially if you want to store it in a corner. Now, the most frustrating component of this entire set are these railings. These railings, how they're snapped together, I have never seen a more delicate build in all of my Legodom life.
Yeah.
Every time I touch this thing, these little side things pop off and on and connect and disconnect. You can even, as you look along here, see they're just clips that are clipped, and then tiles are stacked on top of the clips, and it's so fragile. I'm kind of scared to touch it because it's like when I get them out of whack, they all stay out of whack, and you can't get them to work together. So you can stack the two houses together like this. Look at this. I broke it again. I broke it.
Oh, my word.
And it comes off just as easy. Now, when they're stacked together, you've got to modify these a little bit. So you can clip one of them onto one side of the house, and the other one has to be modified a little bit. So I just sit them loosely because I'm just not into modifying in order to display things. You've got two minifigs. One is this little boy. We actually named him Zissou.
Yes.
We were doing a live stream build of this set that went terribly wrong. It did not go well. But Zissou, who is another YouTuber, was on the stream, and everyone voted to name this guy Zissou.
Yes.
So this is Zissou, and honestly, the second fig, this little girl, I don't remember her name.
Was it Petunia Polly?
Petunia
I don't
Polly.
know where that came from, but I remembered it.
Yeah, so Petunia Polly and Zissou live here on the 8-stud build. On the outside, you've got a couple of ladders, the doors that go in. Let me give you a better look on the inside now that I've got it fully disconnected here. You can see the sofa, the furniture, the nice tile pattern that creates tile work on the floor in there.
It looks so good.
And then when you come over to this one, again, another look at the little build area. What's cool is you've got a rocket build, you've got a castle, you've got a pirate ship, and then the Lego Pick-a-Brick in here. The stools are free roaming, so they can disconnect and move around a little bit. So you got to be careful moving it around. There's a lot of different bits that go together to create this thing.
Yeah.
What's really neat, though, is now that we have the basic pattern, you could honestly, like, build a village of these. Like, you could just replicate these houses and make every house its own little, like, habitat scene.
Yeah, and even, like, different colors.
Like, you could have a Star Wars habitat and then a Formula One habitat. Like, you could go nuts with that, and maybe that would be a fun project one day. But that's the overall look at the 8-stud house. So 8-stud itself was released in 2019. It was 1,393 elements. It came with the two minifigures. Caleb, any idea what this might have retailed for? Think BrickLink set. Think 2019. 1,300 elements.
It's a lot of pieces. I'm gonna go 120.
120. You're not far off. This
Okay.
retailed for $99.99.
Oh, that's not bad.
Which
at
honestly
all.
is not bad. When you
No.
consider a limited run, limited production set, that only 2,500 were made, which is way different than current BrickLink sets. One of our friends actually re-bricked this without instructions.
That's just nuts.
He went through the pain of just studying photos of this set and looking at the parts list, and
That's so
John
crazy.
did it. John re-bricked this set without any instructions, which is a remarkable
So
achievement.
impressive.
John, well done. So you can re-brick it. It's common elements and pretty easy to track down the elements, with the exception of that one rare brick. Having that rare brick, the box, and the book, that's honestly what gives it most of its value. I would imagine you could probably re-brick this for around $150, just a guesstimate. New, it was around 7 cents a part. If you figure $100 in 2019, that's maybe $120 now, $130, which is totally reasonable for a set like this.
Yeah.
Super fun one to have in the collection. I went back and forth on would it be worth what we had to pay for it, and we were able to make a killer deal on this set. Add it to the collection. It's been sitting on the wall behind us for a year, and we just thought it was time to share it with you guys. A lot of neat sets came out by fan designers in that era of LEGO. A lot of neat sets coming out by fan designers nowadays as well. So let us know what you think of 8 Stud in the comments below. Of the fan design sets that came out in this time frame, which one was your favorite? Was it the fire truck, the shooting gallery, the LEGO story, 8 Stud? Let us know what you think. Thanks for hanging out with us in the LEGO room today as Caleb battled vicious hiccups.
I think they're gone. I don't know if that scare did it or what, but
Of course the hiccups
they're
are gone now that we finish the video. This is big time real life production, right? It's like in
Yes.
Hollywood, man. The show goes on.
Goes on.
You gotta muscle through. You gotta figure it out. So the whole
Yes.
video, our backtrack of this is...
hey, I think that's actually very impressive, honestly. Like,
So go out there and...
give more, do more, share more, I love more.
And whatever you do, as you head out into the week ahead, we hope that you create beauty in the world around you. That these little plastic polymer bricks that create these sets, they're super fun to collect, they're super fun to share as a family, but use them to make relationships. We've been making friends all over the world.
Literally.
As a result of this. Just in the past week, and I don't know when this video comes out, we made a new friend in Belgium. We made a new friend in the Netherlands. 2 new friends in the Netherlands. We're meeting people all over the world because of this, and that is honestly what it's about. It's about building relationships that can make the world a better place. So go out there, give more, do more, share more, love more. Show your smile. Those smiles, they truly are contagious.